all. This is Universal Studios on New Year's Eve, and this is the secret entrance into. Well, that's not the secret entrance. This is the secret entrance into Universal Studios. I've never tried it before, so why not? All right. Happy holidays, and I'll probably upload this 3 weeks from now. So, all right. Have a good January. Greetings. All right, success at work. Pretty proud of that. So, if you're thinking I was just here last week, because I was here just last week. Oh. Yeah, I wasn't too sure to bring a jacket or not. I definitely don't need one. It's around 60 degrees, a little bit. 61 or something like that. So, all right. Most likely I'm not coming here tomorrow, so just connect and see what we get. All right, that's about all I got for you. All right, much love, and see you on the other side. Alright, gonna get started. I had to change my sunglasses. My other one's just broke. So, kind of money I put into sunglasses. I might as well get Ray-Bans. Jeez. Man, it just snapped, but they just break right apart after 2 weeks. Greetings. I am Satan. That was my lifetime in here. Was that exactly of the most positive connections? Because I brought a materialistic face to your holiday by apologies, but I was doing what I thought was right for that time. I'm not exactly the most popular person as for the true meaning of Christmas. As for
attention recruits, you'd like to briefly reduce your wait time from a 45-minute wait to a 5-minute wait. Please try our single router line. Once again, if you'd like to greatly reduce your wait time from a 45-minute wait to a 5-minute wait, please try our single router line. To try our single router line, all guests must be 48 inches or taller, and all body will be split.
As for being the most positive of your holiday, I saw my even during my time, I was seen as giving gifts out was a positive connection, but over time it became more of a negative energy, and even I profited off of it quite greatly, and I don't have any regrets for it, because during that time that was all I knew. It was helping my pocket. That's why I did what I did. As for being your Santa Claus postman, who you use as Santa Claus, my imagery. Yes, I'm not exact. I am just like a regular man. Yes, trying to make it in the world. I was not doing well financially before that, and as I was starting to assist many and becoming more filled with gifts, I became somewhat of a wealthy man to a way where I felt like I was doing well. Not exactly the most popular of people, as you can see, once you get to know my energy. I was not exactly very welcoming or kind to children. Even if I did put that face out there, I was not much into children, about my own well-being, as anyone else, but his economy, having able to take care of yourself was not an easy environment. But for you to not look at my time, but to see that you can open up your time. As for letting go of this gift-giving part of your holiday, and see more of each other for who you are, and be thankful you have each other, especially when you can see each other in the same time zone, the same zip code, because it's very difficult for many loved ones to be together, as life does make it difficult. But does life also finds a way for loved ones to be together also? Sometimes distance is there. Actually, distance is there for many reasons. If those are apart, they're apart for a reason. If lovers are apart, they're apart for a reason. And some of those lovers do come together, but that's not always the case. And sometimes those relationships need to die out, but you still gain much knowledge for those relationships that are long distance. That's for why I'm mentioning this. The spirit of your Christmas should be of more of each other than the gift giving. But humanity has an issue of connecting to that, as it's still trying to learn about itself, see beyond the material part of it, because many still put that label out there because they feel like they don't want to be disrespectful of others. And yes, it is a reptilian type of manipulation, but there's other manipulations, not just them. The commercial Xanadu that's around your, that's a word. The commercial freeze, as it is frozen in your culture now, isn't it? Of consumerism, which was done, took a while for that to embed itself. That wasn't an easy one to bring into your environment, as many did reject it. But also many saw it was a goodwill to others. What was the harm? And now it's exploded into a nightmare. Well, we do see in the next 10 years as more of the meaning of your holidays becoming more explored. 10 years. Where the gift giving and the more meaning of it will find itself. Let's put it that way. That's all I have for you, though. This place is a mess. Speak to you again. This is Agent N Blessings with a Men in Black, which love humans and your incarnation of consumerism. And our message to you is have a safe and happy year. Don't expect your aliens to appear anytime soon. Your environment is not exactly welcoming to your alien friends, so we're doing you all a favor by keeping them all away from you this holiday season. Also realize our connection with you is quite strong, as many of you are part of our elite system. You just have to connect to it. Many of you are part of our MIB. You'd be surprised. Actually, What we are allowed to tell, one moment, people, humans in progress, one moment, people of Earth are not welcoming this communication. What we can tell you right now is Pluto at this time is of an experimental planet, and right now there's many AI technologies involved with it. As for assisting your world and connecting, understand on Pluto there's many scenarios being in place. Yes, why there? Why not? And we can't go into that detail at this time. It is part of an elite group, part of your Earth, and right now it's used as testing to calibrate your Earth. As for technologies, as many technologies are tested there, but not mentioned often as they're mentioned here because no one gives a shit. No one really cares if we mention it here, but many of the technologies are being tested there that we brought into. You might see a flux of transformation as for technology in the next 30 years. As for advancements, not to say you'll have flying cars, but we do say the AI technology is getting more advanced. As for reading your mind, unfortunately, that's the way it's going to go. But many of you are pretty easy to read already, so it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out. You all have the same damn habits practically. So it's not exactly a difficult one to figure out. But understand that mind reading AI is mostly for those that are willing to allowing it to intrude into their lives. It's already technically here, but a soft version of it, the major version is not activated yet, but I believe you are understanding what I'm speaking about. So don't get all huffy about it's not like it's going to take over, not at all. But many will allow it to take over because they don't give a crap, which is fine. In the next 30 years. Next 30 years. As for aliens, good luck on that. As for many technologies being brought here, yes, they're brought from other places, tested to be consumerized. That's all we can say. And these are your major. I'm not talking about your stupid phones like you have right now. That this is being shot on. I don't care about that. We're talking about more advanced technologies, not hoverboards. That's a bunch of bullshit. But you really can't handle being in our car with a hoverboard. That would be a good laugh for us to see, but either way. I also see transportation becoming an easier route in your next 30 years. Yes, I'm just talking out of my ass, as you see. You can always change the channel. A lot of this is AI technologies. As for transportation, in the next 30 years, they're going to be almost spooked by what's coming. As for why I'm mentioning all this right now is you'll understand in the next 30 years. It's going to be a spooky time for technology because many are going to feel it's arrived around their lives a little bit too much. And it's already up everyone's ass. It's going to get a lot worse in your next 30 years. You think it's creepy now. You haven't seen nothing yet. Not to say it's all bad, but it is going to have a creepy fin because it's going to be all over the place. Well, that's what happens when humanity doesn't connect to their spiritual sides. They're always like, oh, these guides, your aliens, I don't know, exist. So we need technology to make everything work for it, even if you can make it work spiritually. But, you know, humans have gave the finger on that one. As you can tell, you're living in that environment right now. They give the finger to your spiritual connections, which is just pretty much what you are. So, you know, this is what you get. An AI Big Brother world. Yes, I'm trying to be as positive as possible. Don't forget to talk to the Men in Black. As for our connections, yes, we do dress up like Santa for the holidays. I can say that now because holidays, Christmas is over.
Alright, we'll see you shortly.
We don't have kids around. That's a bunch of bullshit. But we do dress up like Santa, and that's all I can go into that. That's all I can say with that. Wink, wink, humans. Another thing, I'll let you figure that one out on your own. As for your underground, I'm going by what I'm allowed to bring up to you. Was it exopolitics, whatever you humans call it? Just a bunch of alien bullshit is basically what I'm allowed to feed to you and see what sticks. If you don't care, I don't care. But for the most part, much is going on in your underground government facilities as for awakening and alien technologies all being brought into your environment. Of course, many humans are too stupid to notice it, so who cares? It's hidden, basically, but they are bringing it more into your awareness, but they're hiding it. So you have to keep an open eye. They're kind of disguising it, but not by not much. They might put a tarp around it. Some of you might have seen it here and there. Most of it's done in the desert areas where there's nobody, but you'd be surprised sometimes they have to go into environments where there are a crowded bunch of people like you have here. And some of this, actually, they put technologies in your face just to see what they'll do, see how humans react. A lot has to do with what goes on in your televisions, the sound waves that you don't hear. They use that all the time. Also, they use that to black out your memory. As for sound waves, as for putting memories into your mind to keep you, oh look, an alien ship is flying by, and they put on this sound to have you look the other way. It happens all the time. Understand this isn't a big crowd, it's a small crowd usually, or one person might see these type of things. It happens if we know it's coming. Not to say all alien energies are like that, no. If it's a government, if we're moving around stuff that we don't want you to know about, that's where I'm getting all this from. This is where this is coming from. One moment. And we are allowed to bring up a little bit more details, but we can't do it at this time. We have to be careful. I'm talking to my supervisor. She's a squid. No, just joking. A giant squid. Excuse me. I'm just joking. That is kind of interesting that your Arrival movie does have a lot of hidden messages within it. Of the Squid movie, basically. It is your alien people trying to make an attempt to connect to your human race. Of course, the human race isn't ready for jack shit, as you can tell. As this is another way for awakening. It's for your unawakened people to steer their way to be awakening, because they think that's what's going to happen if one of your alien interactions ever happens. As a scenario, good luck. You won't. Trust me. You guys can't handle jack shit. That's never gonna happen. Anything like that's not gonna happen. You know how your stock market would just cry for such a long time, the damage it'll do financially? And the finances right now is all your government people, all they care about is money. Trust me, they don't give a shit about humans, that's for sure. They care about their agendas and not yours. It's gonna get in your agendas, their agendas and your agendas as they change your culture to have you like sheep follow their direction. Your news is doing that very well. And if it's not news, they'll find another way of doing it, use entertainment, etc., etc., etc. One moment. Such a bunch of bullshit. Hey. We also just see this type of park, this type of atmosphere changing in the next 12 years. As it becomes more alien aware, but not in the way of public displaying it. One moment, I need to. My arm is all over. I mean, I feel that according to the timeline, we're connected to more alien type of attractions to be brought into this environment. But of course, it won't be our Pleiadian series or anything like that. It's just another way for your humans to feel like, oh, we're just loving up our lovely culture here. There's no aliens in your universe. If there was, we'd all run and try and go get our guns and be assholes. As for the spirituality is going to have it difficult in this next year, as many are negative aliens are not going to put up with it. So they're going to make it very difficult for the spiritual awakenings to happen. I think you know that already. We don't have to do anything. MIB does not get involved with that, because we know what humanity is, and humanity doesn't give a shit usually, so we don't even bother. But other entities make sure that you don't bother. Pleiadian Syrians, I don't like you very much, will make sure they know that they don't like you by screwing up your life, meaning financially, physically, through health. Yeah, some of them are real assholes. But your human isn't ready for connecting to it to say, oh wait, man, maybe I am being manipulated by aliens after all. Oh, but that's all fake. Well, then it keeps on happening. Manipulation just continues on. That's how it works, humans. And a bunch of bullshit's about to pop out of that door over there. I will see you all. This is Agent N. Hopefully some of this was quite helpful. We do love you all. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year, human. We'll be back. Blessings.